What is up, family? My name is Sean, and welcome to my dramatic reading of My Immortal. Now, I've learned that this is apparently a fairly well-known fanfiction in the Harry Potter community. I'm not part of the Harry Potter community. I've barely seen half the movies. Right? But before anybody says anything either, yes, I did originally learn about this through the Game Grumps. I really like their videos, but I figured I wanted to make my own, and also this one's not Patreon exclusive, but because it is on YouTube, I do have to censor parts of it. I hope the parts of it that I have censored don't ruin the story for you. This has been reposted by somebody by the name of Midnight Essence, so thank them for reposting this for me to finally grace my presence with, and yours as well, if you haven't heard this already, or if you have, nice retelling. Also, original thank you to Tara Gilesbie, who wrote this amazing piece of artwork on the internet for all of us to see. Here we'll get into it in a second. I do have a disclaimer as well. So for those who don't know and aren't aware, this story has a lot of outfits, and a lot of time has been taken to describe what everybody's wearing at all times. All the power to the original reader, but I am also trying to help you out. I have created visual aids for this. It took way too much time. I'm actually recording this intro months after I recorded reading this, so if I do sound different, if my cadence sounds different, that's why. And I forget how much I've recorded up until now, but in that time I've also gotten used to video editing, so you might see a drastic change in my video editing too, from the first couple chapters to maybe some of the other ones. But we're getting there. I'm doing this for fun. Here's hoping that it is fun. As of the disclaimer, I have created visual aids. I hope you enjoy them. They've taken way too long to draw. Way too long to draw. For some reason, I decided, hey, let's, people don't like listening to a whole paragraph of text about what everybody's wearing at all times. So I was like, cool, how about I help everybody out and draw the outfits? And that's a lot of outfits. And now it's been months since I've done this. I should get back to video editing, but I'm not done the outfits. There will be outfits, don't you worry. So, disclaimer over. Here's to a good couple laughs. Here's to my awkward humor from a couple months ago. And let's get into this. Chapter 1. Hi, my name is Ebony Darkness Dementia Ravenway, and I have long ebony black hair. That's how I got my name, with purple streaks and red tips that reaches my mid-back, and icy blue eyes like limpid tears, and a lot of people tell me I look like Amy Lee. I'm not related to Gerard Way, but I wish I was, because he's a major fucking hottie. I'm a vampire, but my teeth are straight and white. I have pale skin. I'm also a witch, and I go to a magic school called Hogwarts in England, where I'm in the 7th year. I'm a goth, in case you couldn't tell, and I wear mostly black. I love Hot Topic, and I buy all my clothes from there. For example, today I was wearing a black corset with matching lace around it, and a black leather miniskirt, pink fishnets, and black combat boots. I was wearing black lipstick, white foundation, black eyeliner, and red eyeshadow. I was walking outside Hogwarts. It was snowing and raining, so there was no sun, which I was very happy about. A lot of preps stared at me. I put up my middle finger at them. "Hey, Ebony," shouted a voice. I looked up. It was Draco Malfoy. "What's up, Draco?" I asked. "Nothing," he said shyly. But then I heard my friends call me and I had to go away. That's the end of chapter 1. So you're gonna quickly notice here that these chapters are very short and they just abruptly end. There's a lot of not closure in a lot of these stories, or in a lot of these chapters, but that is something we're gonna deal with together, but that's gonna be fine. So we're Chapter 2. The next day I woke up in my bedroom. It was snowing and raining again. I opened the door of my coffin and drank some blood from a bottle I had. My coffin was black ebony and inside it was hot pink velvet with black lace on the ends. I got out of my coffin and took off my giant MCR t-shirt, which I used for pajamas. Instead, I put on a black leather dress, a pentagram necklace, combat boots, and black fishnets on. Wait. Yes, there's 2 ons in that sentence. Yeah, anyways. I put on 4 pairs of earrings in my pierced ears, and I put my hair in kind of a messy bun. My friend Willow woke up and then grinned at me. She flipped her long waist-length raven black hair with pink streaks and opened her forest green eyes. She put on her Marilyn Manson t-shirt with a black mini, fishnets, and pointy high-heeled boots. We put on our makeup. OMFG, I saw you talking to Draco Malfoy yesterday, she said excitedly. Yeah, so? I said, blushing. Do you like Draco? She asked as we went out of the Slytherin common room and into the Great Hall. No, I still fucking don't, I shouted.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, right, she exclaimed. Just then, Draco walked up to me. Hi, he said. Hi, I replied flirtily. Guess what? He said. What? I asked. Well, Good Charlotte are having a concert in Hogsmeade. No, what is it? What accent is that? What accent is that? Good. Having a concert. We're having a concert. Well, Good Charlotte are having a concert in Hogsmeade, he told me. Oh my fucking God. Shit. God? I screamed. I love GC. They are my favorite band besides MCR. Well, do you want to go with me? He asked. I gasped. End of Chapter 2. Chapter 3. On the night of the concert, I put on my black lace-up boots with high heels. Underneath them were ripped red fishnets. Then I put on a black leather mini dress with all this corset stuff on the back and front. I put on matching fishnets on my arms. I straightened my hair and made it look all spiky. I felt a little depressed then, so I
temporary tattoo
one of my wrists. I read a depressing book while I waited for it to stop bleeding, and I listened to some GC. I painted my nails black and put on tons of black eyeliner. Then I put on some black lipstick. I didn't put on foundation because I was pale anyway. I drank some human blood, so I was ready to go to a concert. So then why did you put on foundation before if you were already this pale? I don't understand. I went outside. Draco was waiting there in front of his flying car. He was wearing a Simple Plan t-shirt. They would play at the... Oh. He was wearing a Simple Plan t-shirt. They would play at the show too. Baggy black skater pants, black nail polish, and a little eyeliner. Stop! Hi, Draco, I said in a depressed voice. Hi, Ebony, he said back. We walked into his flying black Mercedes-Benz. The license plate said 666 and flew to the place with the concert. On the way, we listened excitedly to Good Charlotte and Marilyn Manson. We both smoked cigarettes and drugs. When we got there, we both hopped out of the car. We went to the mosh pit at the front of the stage and jumped up and down as we listened to Good Charlotte. I don't know how this song goes. Let me hear this. Okay, well, this isn't gonna be good because that's the first time I've heard this song.
You come in cold, you're covered in blood, they're all so happy you've arrived. The doctor cuts your cord, hands you to your mom, she sets you free into this life.
Sang Joel, or something thereof. Joel is so fucking hot, I said to Draco, pointing to him as he sung, filling the club with his amazing voice. Suddenly Draco looked sad. What's wrong? I asked as we moshed to the music. Then I caught on. Hey, it's okay. I don't like him better than you, I said. Really? asked Draco sensitively as he put his arm around me all protective. Really, I said. Besides, I don't even know Joel, and he's going out with Hillary fucking Duff. I fucking hate that bitch, I said disgustedly, thinking of her ugly blonde face. The night went on really well, and I had a great time, so did Draco. After the concert, we drank some beer and asked Benji and Joel for their autographs and photos with them. We got GC concert tees. Draco and I crawled back into the Mercedes-Benz, but Draco didn't go back to Hogwarts. Instead, he drove the car into the Forbidden Forest. End of chapter 3. I'm sorry, myself. That's okay. Chapter 4. Draco, I shouted. What the fuck do you think you're doing? Draco didn't answer, but he stopped the... Oh, wow. Voices. Draco didn't answer, but he stopped the flying car and he walked out of it. I walked out of it too, curiously. What the fucking hell? I asked angrily. Ebony, he asked. What? I snapped. Draco leaned in extra close and I looked into his gothic red eyes, because he was wearing colored contacts, which revealed so much depressing sorrow and evilness. And then suddenly, I didn't feel mad anymore. And then suddenly, And then suddenly, just as Draco kissed me passionately. Draco climbed on top of me, and we started to make out keenly against a tree. He took of my top, and I took of his clothes. I even took of my bra. Then he put his thingy into my you-know-what, and we did it for the first time. Lord help me. Oh. I screamed. I was beginning to get an orgasm. We started to kiss everywhere, and my pale body became all warm, and then... Okay, hold on. Did you put the name in the goblet of fire? Here, and then we're gonna do that. What the hell are you doing, you motherfuckers? It was Dumbledore. End chapter 4. Fuck. Chapter 5. Dumbledore made me and Draco and Dumbledore made Draco and I follow him. He kept shouting at us angrily. You ludicrous fools, he shouted. I started to cry tears of blood down my pallid face. Draco comforted me. We went back to the castle. Dumbledore took us to Professor Snape and Professor McGonagall, who were both looking very angry. Run-on sentences. They were having sexual intercourse in the Forbidden Forest, he yelled in a furious voice. What's a McGonagall voice? Why would you do such a thing, you mediocre dunces? Asked Professor McGonagall. How dare you? Demanded Professor Snape. Then Draco shrieked, because I love her. Everyone was quiet. Dumbledore and Professor McGonagall still looked mad, but Professor Snape said, Fine. Very well. You may go up to your rooms. Draco and I went upstairs while the teachers glared at us. Are you okay, Ebony? Draco asked me gently. Yeah, I guess. I lied. I went to the girls' dorm and brushed my teeth and my hair and changed into a low-cut black floor-length dress with red lace all around it and black high heels. When I came out, Draco was standing in front of the bathroom and he started to sing I Just Want to Live by Good Charlotte. I'm not singing that one. And there's no lyrics. I was so flattered, even though he wasn't supposed to be there. We hugged and kissed. After that, we said goodnight, and he reluctantly went back to his room. In chapter 5. Again, where's the end of that chapter? It just cuts off. Okay, well, chapter 6. The next day I woke up in my coffin. I put on a black miniskirt that was all ripped around the end, and a matching top with red skulls all over it, and high-heeled boots that were black. I put on 2 pairs of skull earrings and 2 crosses in my ears. I spray painted my hair with purple. In the Great Hall, I ate some Count Chocula cereal with blood instead of milk, and a glass of red blood. So what color was the other blood? Suddenly, someone bumped into me. All the blood spilled over my top. Bastard! I shouted angrily. I regretted saying it when I looked up because I was looking into the pale white face of a gothic boy with spiky black hair with red streaks in it. He was wearing so much eyeliner that I was going... He was wearing so much eyeliner that I was going down his face, and he was wearing black lipstick. I was going down his face. He didn't have glasses anymore, and now he was wearing red contact lenses just like Draco's, and there was no scar on his forehead anymore. He had a manly stubble on his chin. He had a sexy English accent. He looked exactly like Joel Madden. He was so sexy that my body went all hot when I saw him. Whoa. He was so sexy that my body went all hot when I saw him, kind of like an erection, only I'm a girl so I don't get one, you sicko. I'm so sorry, he said in a shy voice. That's alright. What's your name? I questioned. My name's Harry Potter, although most people call me vampire these days, he grumbled. Why? I exclaimed. Because I love the taste of human blood, he giggled. Well, I'm a vampire, I confessed. Really? He whimpered. Yeah, I roared. Why are you yelling at him? We sat down to talk for a while. Then Draco came up behind me and told me he had a surprise for me, so I went away with him. End of Chapter 6. Chapter 7. Bring Me to Life. This is the first chapter that has a name, so I'm sure there's going to be more, but most of them up until now didn't have a name. I don't know why, but we have names now. Draco and I held our pale white hands with black nail polish as we went upstairs. I was wearing red Satanist sings on my nails and in red nail polish. Wait, I was wearing red Satanist sings on my nails in red nail polish. I waved to Vampire. Dark misery was in his depressed eyes. I guess he was jealous of me and that I was going out with Draco. Anyways, I went upstairs excitedly with Draco. We went into his room and locked the door. Then, we started Frenching passively. We started Frenching passively. You're grazing. You graze by each other. Just like, and you just come off each other, or you tongue slap each other. Just like as you go by each other, you passively. We started Frenching passively, and we took off each other's clothes enthusiastically. So they were Frenching passively, but then they were ripping each other's clothes off. He felt me up before I took off my top. Then I took off my black leather bra, and he took off his pants. We went on the bed and started making out naked. Then he put his boy thingy in mine. In mine. And we had sex. See, it says it this time. Oh, Draco, Draco, I screamed while getting an orgasm, when all of a sudden I saw a tattoo I've never seen before on Draco's arm. It was a black heart with an arrow through it. On it, in bloody gothic writing, were the words, vampire. I was so angry. You bastard, I shouted angrily, jumping out of the bed. No, but you don't understand, Draco pleaded. But I knew too much. No, you fucking idiot, I shouted. You probably have AIDS anyway. AIDS spelled A-I-D, lowercase s. I put on my clothes all huffily and then stomped out. Draco ran out even though he was naked. He had a really big you-know-what, but I was too mad to care. I stomped out and did so until I was in Vampire's classroom, where he was having a lesson with Professor Snape and some other people. Vampire Potter, you motherfucker, I yelled. End of chapter 7, I guess. Vampire Potter, you motherfucker. Chapter 8. Insert title here, because this one doesn't have one again. Everyone in the class stared at me. Then Draco came out into the room even though he was naked and started begging me to take him back. Ebony, it's not what you think, Draco screamed sadly. My friend Baludi Mary Smith smiled at me understandably. She flipped her long waist-length gothic black hair and opened her crimson eyes like blood that she was wearing contact lenses on. She had pale white skin that she was wearing white makeup on. Okay. Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. Her real parents are vampires, and one of them is a witch. But Voldemort killed her mother, and her father committed
Slip and slide.
because he was depressed about it. She still has nightmares about it, and she is very haunted and depressed. It also turns out her real last name is Smith and not Granger. Since she has converted to Satanism, she is Slytherin now and not Gryffindor. Just so you're aware. What is it that you desire, you ridiculous dimwit? Snape deemed angrily in his cold voice, but I ignored him. Vampire, I can't believe you cheated on me with Draco, I shouted at him. Everyone gasped. I don't know why Ebony was so mad. Oh, wait. I don't know why. Oh, no, we're okay. We're in Draco's POV now. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. I went out with Vampire for a while, but he broke my heart. I'm bi and so is Ebony. He dumped me because he liked Brittany, a stupid preppy fucker. We were just good friends now. He had gone through horrible problems and now he was gothic. Like I'd hang out with a prep. But I'm not going out with Draco. Oh wow, there's a Cockney accent in there. But I'm not going out with Draco anymore, said Vampire. Yeah, fucking right, fuck off, you bastard, I screamed. I ran out of the room and into the Forbidden Forest where I had lost my virility to Draco, and then I started to bust into tears. I lost my virility. My virility. So good. End of chapter 8. I lost my virility. Chapter 9. I was so mad and sad. I couldn't believe Draco for cheating on me. I began to cry against the tree where I did it with Draco. Then, all of a sudden, a horrible man with red eyes and no nose and everything started flying towards me on a broomstick. He didn't have a nose. You said that. He didn't have a nose and he was wearing all black, but it was obvious he wasn't gothic. It was Voldemort. No, I shouted in a scared voice, but then Voldemort shouted, Imperious! And I couldn't run away. Crookshanks, I shouted at him. Voldemort fell of his broom and started to scream. I felt bad for him even though I'm a sadist, so I stopped. I felt bad for him even though I'm a sadist, so I stopped feeling bad for him. Ebony, he yelled. Thou must kill Vampire Potter. I thought about Vampire and his sex eyes. His sex eyes. And his gothic black hair and how his face looks like Joel Madden. I remembered that Draco said that I didn't understand, so I thought, what if Draco went out with Vampire before I went out with him and they broke up? Which is what he was gonna say to you, but anyways. No, Voldemort, I shouted back. Voldemort gave me a gun. Voldemort gave me a gun. Voldemort gave me a gun. No, please, I begged. You don't have a choice not to pick up the gun. He's giving you the gun, and now you have it. No, please, I begged. Thou must, he yelled. If thou does not, I shall kill thy beloved Draco. How did you know? I asked in a surprised way. Voldemort got a dude, you're so... Stop! Look on his face. Oh, God. I hath telekinesis, he answered cruelly. And if you doth not kill Vampire, then thou know what will happen to Draco, he shouted. Then he flew away angrily on his broomstick. I was so scared and mad I didn't know what to do. Suddenly Draco came into the woods. Draco, I said. Hi. Hi, he said, but his face was all sad. He was wearing white foundation with messy eyeliner, kind of like a pentagram. Get it? Between Joel Madden and Gerard Way. Are you okay? I asked. No, he answered. I'm sorry I got all mad at you, but I thought you cheated on me, I expelled. That's okay, he said, all depressed, and we went back to Hogwarts together making out. End of chapter 9. Okay, I want to die. Chapter 10. I was really scared about Voldemort all day. I was even upset. I went to rehearsals with my gothic metal band, Bloody Gothic Rose 666. I am the lead singer of it, and I play guitar. People say that we sound like a cross between GC, Slipknot, and MCR. The other people in the band were Bloody Mary, Vampire, Draco, Ron, although we call him Diabolo now. He has black hair now with blue streaks in it. And Hagrid. Fucking Hagrid. Only today, Draco and Vampire were depressed, so they weren't coming, and we wrote songs instead. I knew Draco was probably
Temporary tattoo.
his wrists. He wouldn't die though because he was a vampire too, and the only way you can kill a vampire is with a CROSS or a stake. Steak. And Vampire was probably watching a depressing movie like The Corpse Bride. I put on a black leather shirt that showed off my boobs and tiny matching miniskirt that said Simple Plan on the butt. You might think I'm a slut, but I'm really not. We were singing a cover of Helena, and at the end of the song, I suddenly burst into tears. Ebony, are you okay? Bloody Mary asked in a concerted voice. What the fuck do you think? I asked angrily. And then I said, well, Voldemort came and the fucking bastard told me to fucking kill Harry, but I don't want to kill him because he's really nice, even if he did go out with Draco. But if I don't kill Harry, then Voldemort will fucking kill Draco. I burst into tears. Suddenly, Draco jumped out from behind a wall. Why didn't you fucking tell me? He shouted. How could you fucking poser muggle bitch? I started to cry and cry. Draco started to cry too, all sensitive. Then he ran out crying. We practiced for 1 more hour. Then suddenly Dumbledore walked in angrily. His eyes were all fiery, and I knew this time it wasn't 'cause he had a headache. What have you done? He started to cry wisely. He wisely started crying. Wisely crying. Ebony, Draco has been found in his room. He committed
Slip and slide.
by
Temporary tattoo.
his wrists. End of chapter 10. He died by
Temporary tattoo.
his wrists, even though he can't die because he's a vampire and he didn't get slapped with a piece of meat. Whatever. Okay, I'm done. Next videos after this. Okay.